Hi, I'm Katie, and I will be taping my little brother's hand, and he fell forward with an outstretched hand, and so he hyperextended his wrist. So I'm going to be taping to stabilize that and keep him from pain. So what I'm going to do here is start with a few anchors. I don't have pre-wrap, but I've had permission to go directly on his skin. If I could have you flex your fingers a little bit. There we go. So that we have a little bit more mobility. I'm going to overlap these anchors by about half. Probably going to go up right about until the thumb, where it begins, I guess. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to add one right here in between his thumb. But when you place it here, you have to fold down right here just so it doesn't slice his skin if it starts rubbing or feeling uncomfortable. I'm going to do one more like that just for stability. Folding here, coming around, and then ending here. And then now what I'm going to be doing is, because I'm preventing hyperflexion, so I'm going to turn his wrist around. Looks a little better on the top. And so what I'll have him do is put his wrist in a little bit of flexion, so that way it'll pull his wrist this way, and that it'll prevent his wrist from coming too far into hyperflexion, just preventing a little bit of pain and that extra movement. So I'm going to be kind of measuring these out, and I'm going to tear them a little shorter than they're supposed to be. And I'm going to start it distally, so that way it pulls the wrist a little bit down that way. And I'm just going to create a fan to give us the most stability that we can. Pulling it down, not super tight to where he's immobile, but tight enough to where he doesn't go into hyperextension. And that's even probably a little too tight. Okay, so you can do 2 fans if you want a little more stability. I'm just going to do 1 for now. And then after I do that, I would finish off with the anchors, make sure everything's in place. Try to close as many gaps as I can by overlapping about halfway. Another anchor up here, but again, you want to make sure that you are folding down the tape so it doesn't cut his skin. We're going to just come around this way and rip it off down here. And so this tape job, if you can see, if he tries to come this way, he can still extend, but it won't go into hyperextension. So this is preventing his arm from going, his wrist from going too far this way, and it's protecting these muscles in here from being overstretched.